This video will explain about counter in a loop. Okay, so counter in a loop, it is a variable that is incremented or decremented each time a loop repeats. Okay, so it can also be used to control the execution of the loop, such as or how many times the loop will happen, or it sometimes is called loop control variable. Okay, it is a loop control variable. Okay, and it must be initialized before entering the loop. Okay, so example of the variable is like integer counter. Okay, and you initialize it to 1. Okay, so you want to enter number 10 numbers. You prompt the user, cout, please enter 5 numbers. Okay, please enter 5 numbers. Okay, and you create a while loop. Okay, as long as the counter is less or equal to 5. Okay, and you cout, enter input number counter. Okay, and see into that, for example, integer input, see into that input. Okay, and then once you get the input, you can do whatever operation to that input. Okay, let's say the operation is the multiple of the value is the multiple of the input. Okay, or the square of the input is input times input. Okay, and then you must make sure that you increase the counter. Okay, now when you run the code, okay, so you will have a counter. Please enter 5 numbers. Enter input number 1. As you can see here, the counter plays a role as the counter. Okay, at first it is initialized to 1. When it goes here 1 less than 5, it is true. Then when it is true, all these statements will be executed, and this is still 1. Okay, you enter the input. For example, I entered input 4. The square of input is 16. Okay, because I input 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, and then it increased the counter. The counter now becomes 2. Okay, when the counter becomes 2 still less than 5, it is true, and it will execute this again. You enter 2. The square of 2 is 4, and now the counter is increased to 3. Okay, 3 still less than 5. You can, so that's why it is enter input number 3, and enter input number 3. Okay, enter input number 3, because currently the counter is 3. So I enter something here. So now 3 times 3 is 9, and now it is asking for input number 4. I enter 1. The square of 1 is 1, and the last one, this is now 5. Counter is now 5. Okay, and enter input number 5. Okay, and then you input whatever number here. Let's say 5 is 25. As you can see, it exits when the counter is now 5. Here it increases to 6. When it tries to loop back here, 6 less than 5. Now this statement or this condition becomes false. When this is false, it will not execute these statements, and it will skip and exit the program. So you exiting the program. So that is the purpose of counter.